Today, I'm bringing you the top 10 tips for new players in Catalyst Black. What is up, my friends? My name is Echo, and welcome back to the channel where you are exploring a new, amazing, great game that I have completely fallen in love with. I cannot put this game down. This is called Catalyst Black. If you want to see more about this game, you must be subscribed to this channel. You must have the bell on because I'm going to bring you as much content for this game so you can have the advantage when you get your hands on it. You'll be ready to roll. Today, that's going to be in the form of 10 tips for people that are just getting the game, getting your hands on it for the first time. 10 things that you need to know so you can have an advantage. Tip number 1 is going to be always look for that red ammunition on the maps for your heavy weapon. Remember, you have a primary weapon with unlimited ammunition, and you have your heavy weapon, which you need to pick up ammo for on the map. In my case, I love using a sniper. Other people like using rocket launchers. Whatever it is, if you don't pick up that ammunition, you won't have any ammunition for that weapon, and that weapon is dominant. I love using the sniper rifle inside of the game, and it's something that you need to always seek out and be collecting it. Even if you have to run yourself away from the battle a little bit, don't go into a battle without your heavy ammo. Tip number 2 are to pick up those blue things that you see all around the map, and you may not know what they are, but as you know, you have your regular loadout, and then you have your Primal God loadout. You can transform into this Primal God, and that is on a timer. These little blue things around the map are masks, and they cut down the amount of time that it takes for you to recharge your Primal ability, which is amazing. You could go around, just seek out these blue masks, and I believe it's 10 to 15 seconds each one that you grab that comes off of the timer for you to reuse your Primal God ability. As you know, when you're a Primal God, you will get massive kills. You will be able to do so much damage, and it's so hard for your opponents to take you down. It's something like 20 seconds of nearly invulnerability where you're going to crush people. If you're trying to capture positions, if you're trying to grab flags, you can be a huge asset to your team. So just like the ammunition that I told you to seek out, try and find it. Always try and find timer reductions so that you can be a god more often. Tip number 3 is to save your Primal God ability. Don't use it just because it's ready. Save it for the right time, whether your teammates are trying to capture a flag, or whether you're trying to lock down a position, or take down some big guys, or take down a mass number of opponents. What I love doing is getting into a battle, having 5 or 6 of my opponents come at me, switch to my Primal, and then just jump on top of them and get 6 kills at once. You really can do a big job because then they're on timer again. They have to wait before they can respawn, and the rest of your team can get more towards the objective completed. You know, you get the Primal God ability, you want to use it, but it's worth saving for the right time rather than using it and only getting 1 or 2 kills. Tip number 4 is to keep your distance. There's really no reason, at least for my playstyle, to dive right into the middle of the battle, get shot from all directions, and die. I don't want to be on timer. I don't want to not be able to be in the game, so I want to stay alive as long as possible. My favorite way is to keep distance. I use the battle rifle, which is a distance primary weapon, and I use the sniper rifle, which is my heavy weapon, where I could keep a distance with both. One shot from the sniper will either take down your opponent, depending on their level and the level of your weapon, but it will also allow you to keep that distance. And if you don't take him out with that first shot, just shoot with that BR, you'll take him out, and you will look like a boss while doing it, racking up tons of kills. Once you start pushing into the battle and getting too close, it's a lot harder for you to control that battle. Keep control, keep your distance, use ranged weapons, and I think, at least for me, it's gonna work out for you. Tip number 5 is to play as a team. Most times, not every time, but most times in the game, you're gonna see more success if you run with a crew and if you just go into the battle with friends without just going out solo on your own trying to take down the entire enemy team. Usually that's not going to work for you unless if you have your Primal available so that you can then switch to it and take out a mass number of opponents. But that is not the only way to play with your team. Yes, you want to stick with everyone, stay together, and you know, do good work together, especially when some of your mods are to heal up everyone in your radius, which I like to do. You also should consider being on voice with friends. When you have this game, jump on Discord or whatever other service you use. For me, that service is always Discord. You're going to want to jump on in there, have them on voice, so you could be letting them know where you're going with the flag, where the enemies are, where they need to be, where something's spawning, where the enemies are spawning. You want to be in touch. You want everyone to know what's going on inside of the game in case they miss it on their map or they just don't see it because they're engaged in a battle. You can't go wrong playing with friends, and you really can't go wrong communicating rather than sitting in silence. Tip number 6 is to set your mods. As you know, you have your loadouts for your Primal and your primary loadout, which is right above me here. When we go to all of these things, you have your mods, and as you can see, I don't have any equipped right now. Sometimes, because we're in alpha, these will unequip themselves, so you really want to check back time and time again to make sure that your mods are selected. But you have various mods that you can use, which give you more bonuses and more buffs in your battles. Most of the things that you're using have mods, and check this out, a nice epic mod. This is actually my only epic mod right now, and what this is going to do is increase my primary magazine inside of my weapon by 37.5%. It's going to have a 9% ability cooldown and plus 18% health regen out of combat, which is massive help to my battles. We also have our mods for our weapons, our primary weapons. We have mods for our relics, and I'm going to go with this one right here because rare just seemed to be a little bit better than uncommon. But again, you're going to be looking for the ones that give you the abilities that you want. And notice, as you see up top, you see the circles around that mod. As I'm switching back and forth, these next to them are some of the abilities that you get from it. All right, so don't get confused. Notice the green one has 2 abilities. The blue one, which is the rare, has 3. The more rare the mod that you're grabbing, the more abilities or the better abilities you're going to see. And then you can see that in the case of the trinket right here. Everything across the way is epic. You can set them for your relics, for your power, which I don't have set. Always make sure your mods are set so you're getting all the extra buffs that you've earned or that you've purchased from the shop. Just go in with as much power as you can bring. Tip number 7 is going to be to complete your daily and weekly quests. This is the reward system that's going to keep you logging in inside of the game. When you collect these rewards, well, you get rewards that you don't get in any other way. Things that you can help upgrade your weapons, upgrade your mods. You even get some dust, which is going to allow you to do more upgrading as well. Plus some new things that you can use, abilities and mods as well. And the 7 day is going to give you the most rewards because this is getting those victories over 7 days worth of time. Then you're going to come on over to your loadout, make sure you equip and just really figure out what's what. You want to use what's best for your playstyle. And one of the things that I love most about this game is that you could really customize the game to how you want to play. Remember, this is not a hero game. This is a gear game. You're building out your character with the gear and the abilities and the weapons that you want to utilize. If you missed my video on that, I put out a video on 10 of the best things that Catalyst Black basically has going for it. You can see that video right here because, well, I have the best editing team inside of the game. Go check out that video and see exactly what I'm talking about, what great things are also here in Catalyst Black. But we're only on number 7. We got a few more to go. Tip number 8 is to upgrade your favorite weapons, your favorite gear inside of the game. And to do this, you're going to use Dust. It's going to give you the XP and allow you to upgrade your weapons. Now, I love this weapon. I love the secondary, my heavy sniper rifle. I get so many kills with it, so I'm going to use Dust, 500 and change Dust, and it's going to upgrade this for me so that it goes to the next level and is stronger next time I go into battle. As you can see, the upgrade has happened, and when I go back and hit continue, it should say that we are now a level 6, which means My heavy is going to be even more OP. Figure out what weapons you love using inside of the game. Don't upgrade everything under the sun just yet because there's no way for us to buy more dust inside of the game. Right now, we can only earn it from these rewards. When the game launches, I'm sure there'll be a way for us to spend real money to pick up things like dust when we want to. As you can see, we have some other forms of currency in here as well. When we go over to the shop, notice we have these right here, purchase premium currency. So the premium currency is going to be available. We just can't purchase it right now. But use your dust on your favorite weapons, abilities, masks, and things like that. Tip number 9 is to learn the spawns. No matter what game mode you're playing, it's always good to know where your opponents are going to spawn from. If you don't know what spawn means, it means where they're going to be coming back to life and rejoining the battle. When you know where to expect them coming from, you will have and be better prepared for that battle. When you see your opponent spawning, put it there up in your brain so that you know where they're going to be coming from the next time. The last thing you want are your opponents coming from you from behind or sneaking up on you, which is going to be our tip number 10. And tip number 10 is to keep yourself invisible. How do you keep yourself invisible, Echo? Well, the answer to that is you go in those bushes. The bushes, my friends, will keep you invisible. You will not be seen. You can sneak attack your opponents from there. Now, I'm not telling you to bush camp the whole game because I actually don't like that at all. But if you're hurt, if you're injured, or if you see a big mob of people coming at you, pop into the bush, hide for a second, come at them from the side, or just to protect yourself from dying yourself, because again, you don't want to be out of the battle. Use the bushes. They are your friend, but also be careful of the bushes because you don't know when your opponent's going to be hiding in them as well. Guys, if you aren't already subscribed to the channel, now's the time to do it. Remember, you could always find me over on Twitter or Discord as well. And you know what? We even got an Instagram. We're on all the socials. You can find all the details to that in the description of this video. We're diving heavy into Catalyst Black here on the channel. I'm in love with the game, I'm in love with the development team, and I can't wait to see this go into beta so more of you can get your hands on it. And if I ever do get more alpha keys, guys, I will do a giveaway on the channel so you guys can get your hands on it as well. The game is incredible. Make sure you check out my other videos on this game so you can be more introduced to it, have a better understanding about what it's all about. But for now, we're out of here. Make sure you check out some of the older videos right here. Remember to be safe and be good.